stop working so hard on removing your bad habits. You can't delete bad habits, you can't just erase them. You have to change them. And that's because of the habit cycle that we all follow with all of the habits that we take every single day. All of our habits come down to the 3 steps in every single habit cycle, and that is the cue, the routine, and then the reward. We have a cue that triggers us to take a habit. We have the routine, which is us doing the habit. And we have a reward that we get once we've done the habit, which reinforces us to do it all over again. So when we see the cue, we do the routine and we get the reward. And the only way we need to get out of this is not by deleting this habit. You can't delete this habit cycle. We have to change the routine that you take when you see a certain cue. So if your bad habit is whenever you feel bored, that you start to scroll on TikTok or scroll on Instagram or just start scrolling your phone, full stop. That is the routine that you decided to take when you have that cue. Instead, you need to replace that with scrolling instead to jumping into a community, sharing what your thoughts are, or getting some dopamine, getting that reward from somewhere else. It's like Pavlov's dogs. If you've ever heard that story about dogs, they illustrate this behaviour perfectly. And hopefully you'll understand this if you have a dog. And if you have a dog, feel free to send me a photo of your dog, because I'd love to see them. But if you do have a dog, you'll know that whenever you shake the bag of food for your dog, then you don't need to call their name for them to come over to you. They've learned that cue of shaking the bag of dog food is their cue to come running at you and start barking until you feed them food. And that's the same way that we have habits, is that we replace the need for us to consciously think about the actions we're going to take. We just have cues that trigger the actions. So work out what your cues are for the habits that you don't want to have. Don't think about deleting that cue. Think about changing that cue to make you take a different behaviour. And that was day 3 of my self-mastery focus for 14 days that I'm doing. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, follow, subscribe, and you'll catch me again in another video tomorrow on this 14-day focus on self-mastery series that I'm doing.